Hi class, last meeting we discussed bending stress. We learned that when a beam is subjected to bending moment, the top fibers experience compression while the bottom fibers experience tension. Today we are going to discuss another type of stress developed inside the beam, the horizontal shear stress. Although the external load usually acts vertically, the beam actually develops both vertical and horizontal shear stress. One important concept to remember, class, is vertical and the horizontal shear stress always exist together because they are complementary shear stress. So, kapag pinutol natin yung beam sa gitna, let's say a simply supported beam na may uniform load, so ano yung makikita nating internal forces? So, of course, we have the shear force and the bending moment. The bending moment creates bending stress, while the shear force naman po creates the shear stress. The formula for the shear stress is given by this equation, VQ over IB, where Q po is equal to Y bar prime times A prime. This is probably one of the most important equations in mechanics of deformable bodies. Every symbol has physical meaning. FB is the shear stress in MPa. V is the internal shear force obtained from shear diagram or method of sections, not from the applied load directly. Always solve for internal shear force. Then Q is the first moment of area. So this is the one students usually struggle with. So Q is equal to A times Y. Yung A po dyan is the area above or below the point where we are solving. So, hindi po siya yung whole cross-section na area. Then, I naman is the moment of inertia. So, entire section, yung sinosolve natin din na moment of inertia, never use the partial area po. Then, B naman is the width at the point of interest. So, not necessarily the total width po. So, it is simply the width exactly where the shear stress is calculated. Okay, so do you think shear stress is constant? So, the answer, class, is no, because it changes throughout the depth. So, horizontal shear stress varies parabolically. Maximum shear stress is at the neutral axis. So, ito yung neutral axis niya. Nandyan din po yung maximum shear stress. At the lowermost and the uppermost fiber, the stress is equal to 0. So, bakit siya 0 sa top surface at the end at the bottom surface? Because there is no material above. So, malaki yung influence ng Q sa pag-determine ng shear stress dito sa top. So, wala naman dyan area na kailangang i-consider, kaya magiging 0 siya. Then, at the neutral axis naman po, yung Q becomes maximum. Therefore, the shear stress becomes maximum. So, always remember, class, that maximum stress, shear stress occurs at the neutral axis, and the top and the bottom fiber, the shear stress there becomes 0. Okay, for the maximum shearing stress in a rectangular section, so we have the derived formula, 3V is equal to 2BD, or also equal to 3V over 2A. So let's use the general formula, VQ over IB, to derive this maximum shearing stress of a rectangular section po. So we have the base and the depth. Then from the concept po, the maximum shearing stress occurs at the neutral axis. So ito yung hahanapan natin ng shear stress. Then yung kalahati, kung nasaan yung neutral axis, D over 2. Okay. So yung V natin, copy lang. Then ito yung important variable. So ang tinutukoy dyan is yung partial area times yung centroid ng partial area papunta sa neutral axis. Therefore, yung Q dyan, yung area above the neutral axis, so D over 2 times the base. Then, yung, ang alam natin na Q is area times Y. Then, yung partial area, ano yung centroid niya? So, kalahati nito. So, magiging d over 2, then kalahati niyan. All over the I or the moment of inertia ng entire section po, hindi yung partial na area, kundi yung entire section yung kailangan natin na moment of inertia. So, alam natin na formula is BD cube for the rectangular section over 12, then times the base. So, to simplify our equation, so may makakancel ditong D. So, matitira dito isa. Then, ito din makakancel. Then, pwede natin kunin yung reciprocal nitong denominator. So, matataas yung 12. So, magiging V 12 over, so 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. So, 8BD. So, copy lang yung natitirang variable sa denominator. So, pwede din natin to i-simplify since divisible by 2, yung 12 over 8. So, ito magiging 4. Tama ba? Or divisible by 4 pala. So, ito magiging 2 and ito is magiging 3. Okay? So, makukuha natin formula is 3V over 2BD. So, na-confirm natin na yung derived formula is galing lang dun sa general formula ng shear stress VQ over IB. So, applicable lang to pagka yung hinahanap po is yung maximum shearing stress ng rectangular section. Pero kung meron ka ng circular section, so gagamitin mo yung general formula para makuha naman yung maximum shear stress. So, try natin kung meron tayong circular. Okay? Then, yung shearing stress naman, yung maximum po lagi yan nasa neutral axis ng section. So, basically, nasa diameter lang siya. Yung neutral axis. Then, kunin natin yung maximum shearing stress ng circular section. So, equal to V. Then, yung Q. So, pwede nyo i-consider yung top fiber or yung bottom fiber. So, pareho lang yung makukuha yung Q dyan. Basta yung iisipin nyo, yung area, so Q is equal to A times Y. Yung area po dyan is yung partial papunta dito sa neutral axis kasi dyan yung point of interest ng maximum shearing stress. So, equal to, ano yung area ng circular kung ito, in terms of diameter, yung dimension niya. So, pi over 4 times the diameter squared. Then, since kailangan lang natin is yung kalahati, so kailangan pa itong i-divide sa 1/2, no? Kasi itong part na to, area ng whole section. So, ano naman yung magiging centroid ng half of a circle, half of a circle. So, tandaan nyo na yung centroid niyan is equal to 4r over 3 pi. Okay? So, mangyayari 4. Then, since in terms of diameter tayo, so convert na lang natin yung r dyan equal to d over 2. So, instead na radius po, so maging uniform tayo sa mga variable. So, convert na lang natin siya to diameter. Then, 3 pi. Then, simplify natin yung q. So, may makakancel na pi. Then, ito, ayun po yung makakancel. Ito, magiging kalahati. Then, ito, makakancel. So, meron pa ba? So, wala na. So, pwede natin i-combine yung mga common term. So, magiging d3 over 4 times 3 is 12. So, yan na yung ipapasok natin dito na q. d cube over 12. Then, yung I ng circular section. So, entire section po yung lagi nyong tatandaan ng pagkukuha ng moment of inertia. So, pi over 64 d raised to 4. So, magiging pi over 64. Then, yung base naman niya, syempre, at neutral axis po. So, diameter siya. So, dyan yung point of interest. Then, cancel out yung mga pwedeng i-cancel. So, ito, matitira isa na lang. Then, pwede natin tong kunin yung reciprocal na to. So, matataas yung 64. V over 12 pi d squared. Then, yung 64 divide 12. So, divisible by, saan siya divisible? So, pwede natin siyang i-simplify. So, 64 divide 12. 16 over 3. So, 16v over 3 pi d squared. So, ito na yung formula natin for the maximum shearing stress ng circular section. So, tandaan nyo na to class na centroid ng half of a circle. So, 4r over 3 pi. So, kinonvert lang natin yung r in terms of diameter.